Hello, it's Crystal with Happy to Plan. I am going to be sharing with you my process for the doggy flip book that I've been doing in a series. If you haven't checked out the first two parts, go ahead and do so. They're in the description box below. This is going to be the third part of my doggy theme flip book. As you can see there, I've pulled out some spotted paper. It's actually a journaling card, and it kind of has like a Dalmatian look to it. So I was going to use that best things are made handmade or something like that. And I was debating there whether to cut that because it wasn't really fitting properly, but um we will revisit that. So I wanted to go ahead and use this page as my tag, mail tag page. So I pulled a couple of little bags, I guess they're bags. And just debating here on which one to pick, and I do decide to go with the smaller one. And then I am going to just put that behind there. And I'm still debating on what to do with that little handmade journal card. So I move on because I knew I wanted to do this part. So I went ahead and glued that little bag to the back of the spotted paper. Once I get that in here down, I'm going to grab journaling cards to cut down to fit into the little bag so that I can put my mail tag in there. And you'll see here I grabbed a red one, wasn't really sure about that one, and then I went ahead and grabbed this little black and white one, and I liked that one better because it had like a little dotted grid line on that side, and then on the black side it was blank. So I thought that would be good. I could use both sides to write on. And then I just stick that in there, make sure it fits. So then I'm gonna punch a hole in it to make it look like a little tag, and then I'm going to round the corners. And I pulled out some of my ribbon here, and I'm going to go ahead and put that little ribbon in there so that it looks like a tag. And that ribbon I got from Michael's in the $1.50 bin a couple months ago. They're no longer there. And then I think that looks cute, and I liked the little heart on top of it. It pulled, just testing it, making sure that it pulls out okay, and it does. But it kind of went too far into the pocket, so I'm going to fix that here in a second. But what I'm first going to do, because I didn't want to have to glue that bag on to the back of that 6x6 paper, because I thought that would make it too hard to pull out the little tag. So I put some foam tape behind it to kind of lift it from the paper, and it ultimately ended up working really well. It's very easy to pull in and out of the pocket. All right, here we go back to the that journal card. I decided to go ahead and cut it because I did want to put that there. So I'm just trying to figure out now how it's going to lay, because I did put the foam tape on there. So I wanted to put it on the top, but I didn't want both that and the best things are made handmade. I didn't want that to be in foam tape. So again, still debating on what I want to do with it. So I just moved on and went ahead and put down that little heart because I knew for a fact I wanted to do that. And then I'm going to trim up the corners, of course, because that's what I do. And then I've taken that little doggy there and just deciding on whether or not it's going to fit, and it does. I'm so excited that that little dog fits. It's perfect with the spotted paper behind it. And still checking that thing out, like, okay, what can I do? So I'm like thinking maybe I can trim it up, and I ultimately don't even use it after all of that. So then I take that black cardstock paper and kind of figure out what I can do with that. And then I'm going to take some washi tape here, and it's got like a black and white, red and white checkered print, a little spotted washi tape that I have. And then that dog themed stickers that I've been using had this little tag in it that said favorites, and I thought that was cute, sticking out of just to kind of emphasize again that there was something in that little pocket. And then I'm just debating here, and then what I'm going to end up doing is taking a bunch of those little phrase stickers that came on that sticker sheet, and I'm going to line them up on the side there. So I'm just figuring out which ones I want, cutting them down to the right shape and size, and just lining them up, making sure, because I kind of doing kind of like a step down to make it, the smaller one on top and the bigger one on the bottom. So just kind of rearrange them. And then now what I'm going to do, now that I've got my layout kind of worked out, I'm going to go ahead and put the Scotch tape that I've been using, that I'm going to actually construct the flip book with. I'm going to put that on the other end before I glue anything down, so that I can make sure everything fits appropriately. And I thought I would use that spotted paper there that I pulled out, but then I ultimately did go back to the black cardstock, or journal card I should say. And like I said before, I didn't like the fact that that little tag was sliding inside the pocket too deep. So I put another foam tape at the bottom there to kind of stop it from sliding. It still can go all the way down. It didn't fully stop it from sliding, but it makes it a little bit resistant so it doesn't just slide on its own. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and just get the words actually adhered down to that paper and just line them up properly. And then I'm going to take the washi tape and the Scotch washi tape and put it there on the side again, just to make sure that it's down before I glue anything down. Okay, and then I'm going to take that sticker and just stick it there on the little heart journal card. And once I stop fiddling with it, it'll get glued down. And then I'm also going to take a little bone and a ball from that same little sticker set there and put that there on the side just to give a little accent. And then I have a little die cut. Oh, nope, I'm going to glue down the journal card. I had to peel off the paper from that checker paper. And then that's the little die cut I'm going to be putting right there to kind of finish off the page. And then I took another little saying and just stick it at the top there to kind of balance out the two sides. And then I'm going to put my little paw prints right there to kind of again do that. I did that throughout the whole flip book. So it's a kind of cohesive thing that's on all of the pages. All right, so then I'm going to go ahead and glue everything down here. And I do remove that checker paper finally. Get that adhered on there. I'm going to also take another piece of the spotted washi and line it up so that it's not as see-through. And take all the foam tape off there and get that adhered down. That's pretty much it, guys. I'm all done with the back of the book. I think it turned out really cute. And stay tuned. I've got a couple more videos and then I will be showing you the end result.